So Mike from PA is an insufferable dumb fuck, an absolute fucking moron. Yes, the definition of terminally online. One of these people that just, I'm pretty sure he figured out this thing, and then he wanted to be the first one to run for it. He wanted all the clout. He doesn't actually give a fuck about any of these things. He just wanted this for the numbers, and he's getting them numbers. Look at that, like to dislike. I'm just saying. So, so he says this, which is really fucking funny.
Good.
No.
For these actions. And before we get started, this video is not intended to cancel someone, to be a purity test, or do anything to damage the leftist community as a whole.
Okay. And it's really funny that he would say those three things, because he is trying to do all of those three things. This is what's called hanging the lampshade. It's when you understand what your opposition is going to say, you understand that the criticisms that you're going to receive from saying these things, so you just go, yes, these are the things that I'm doing, but maybe not, or whatever. You're just, and he's covering it up. And so, Bo the Fifth Column is a YouTuber that I watch pretty often. He's pretty much my go-to for all of my foreign policy takes. And so, like, this dude, he did a little bit of human trafficking, you know, just a little bit. Did a little bit of that human trafficking back in the day. He was convicted of alien smuggling, but this video is 35 minutes long. I'm not going to watch the whole thing for like a fifth time, but I understand that what happened, that he was convicted of alien smuggling, but that was a lesser charge. He definitely should have been convicted of human trafficking, because that's what Bo the Fifth Column did. Absolutely. Now, the thing is that this shit happened 14 years ago. And since then, Bo the Fifth Column did 41 months in prison, and then since then he has started a channel where he talks about leftist ideas, and he is Southern drawl, and it's really fucking wonderful. Howdy there, internet people, it's Bo again. It's wonderful, right? He gets together charity organizations and donates supplies to homeless shelters, or he donates what's it called? He donates money and supplies and advice and all kinds of shit. He helps out organizations that are where women are trying to escape from homes where they're being domestically abused, or children fleeing from from abusive households, or in all of that shit, or kids that have their parents are in jail or something and they need a place to stay. Like, he is a massive force for good. And so the problem that Mike from PA has, that Bo has never said, I was a human trafficker. He did say, there are people saying that I human trafficked, but I actually alien smuggled, or whatever. And then he said something about Uzbekistan rescuing Jews or some shit like that. This shit is a lie. Like, Bo definitely 100% lied about the shit in his past. The thing is that I don't blame him, because dumb fucks like Mike from PA would be signal boosting that shit every single day. Like, if Bo the Fifth Column ever came out and said, yep, did a little bit of human trafficking back in the day, I atoned for it, I did my time, we're moving past it, now I'm doing charity work and I want to talk about leftist ideas on YouTube, then Mike from PA would be on there doing exactly what he's saying he's not. He would be trying to cancel him. This is literally a purity test, by the way. Mike is that fucking stupid that he's just gonna, this is not a purity test, and then turn around and just be like, we cannot allow, I don't know where the timestamp is, but he literally says the words, we cannot allow these type of people on the left.
Who exploited hundreds of women.
Wow, I think I just nailed it.
If people find out that one of the most prominent voices on the left was a human trafficker.
This is a purity test. You dumb fuck. This is literally the definition of purity testing. That, oh, your checkered past makes you unable to interact on the left, because there is no other purpose to this video other than that. And I understand why Bo would say, no, it was actually humans, it was actually alien smuggling rather than human trafficking, because, like I said, dumb fucks like him would never let him live it down. He would just, yeah. So he has to build up his prominence first. It's like second date conversations. That's how I will analogize this, is that whenever you go out with it on a date with someone, you don't open up with, yeah, I like to wear diapers and take shits in my pants. That's just the kind of thing that I like to do. They go, oh, well, okay then. Yeah. No, you get to know me as a person, and then we get into the nitty gritty of like, yes, back in the day I did a little bit of human trafficking, but as you can see, I've changed. As you can see, I am talking about leftist ideas. I'm no longer a military contractor. I am a overwhelming force for good. I donate to charities. And yeah, and there are lots of lefty dumb fucks who will say shit like, oh, so you're telling me if you do a bad thing, and then if you do enough good things, then it doesn't matter anymore? Yes. Yes, it doesn't matter anymore. There has to be a point where if the things that you're doing now are not the things that you're being criticized for, then it shouldn't matter anymore. And obviously it doesn't. This like to dislike is pretty fucking strong. I wonder what the comments say. I'm from the same area of the Gulf. Oh, of course, this is going to be the pinned tweet, or the pinned comment. And of course I'm in there. I'm saying, come talk to me, you dumb asshole. I'm from the same area of the Gulf Coast. Shameful shit, bro. Shameful shit. Yes, because like there are people who won't care, and so I understand. Holy shit, this shit is so long. I think the good distinction between forgetting and forgiving. I think the good distinction is between forgetting and forgiving. I don't think that he's ever forgotten, and I'm not saying that we should forgive him or say that it's good or say that human trafficking is wonderful. Obviously, it's bad. And like you can go and watch this whole video, because he goes through every single detail of this entire case. And the things that Bo did are absolutely horrific, for sure. But there has to be a point where 14 years later, the shit that he's doing now outweighs this to where it's not even there's no point to bringing it up. Like there has to be a point where it just doesn't matter anymore, where we're just like, okay, whatever. We're obviously moving past that. It really doesn't matter anymore. Like 14 years later, we're going to bring this up and try to take, like, I do not buy the concept that he was not trying to cancel Bo or trying to whatever. Well, in my mind, forgiving is stopping to bring it up. Wait, well, in my mind, forgiving is stopping to bring it up. Okay, I don't think I would agree with that. Because, like I said, like there has to be a point where it's not okay to bring these things up anymore. There has to be a point. Like we were just talking about the death penalty and how we should always err on the side of reformation. And stupid emojis, I want my symbol emotes, of course. So there has to be a point where it doesn't matter anymore. This kind of shit is why the left is always infighting, because it literally doesn't matter anymore. What Bo did was terrible. It was awful, and everyone knows this now. But the thing is that, yes, I agree. I just word things bad. Okay. So yeah, like I said, I'm not saying that we have to say that human trafficking is good. But there has to be a point where we look at the actions of a person today and we recognize that it is so far divorced from the person that they used to be. A Bo of the Fifth Columns literally doesn't even have any of the same atoms in his body anymore. I want to say how many years until total replacement of atoms in human. every 7 to 10 years. According to researchers, the body replaces itself with a largely new set of cells every 7 to 10 years. So anyway, I'm just saying that, like, there has to be a point where I can say my past is not who I am today, and there is no point in bringing it up anymore. There has to be a point. And Beau of the Fifth Column is obviously doing way, way better work and doing way better things than he was doing 14 years ago. Like, so yes, this kind of shit is so fucking stupid. I fucking hate this dude so much. Because this is now, whenever there's a whole point where Mike is saying this is who Beau of the Fifth Column is, not who Beau of the Fifth Column was, who he is. And it's just so stupid. Like this kind of thing where you are held to account for your entire life because you did a bad thing is a strictly terminally online leftist thing. That is the only place this ever happens. I swear. It's so fucking stupid. Okay.